guys, so I think it's time I do this video where I kind of just show, everything that I have growing here in the yard. I've been wanting to do this, but just didn't really find the right time to do it. um, Primarily the reason I wanted to do it is because I've been taking videos like of pieces of the yard here and there, certain things, but I don't have a video where it just kind of shows everything. And I want to be able to look back at this, 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, and kind of just see how everything started. But also, for feedback, somebody might watch this that has an idea for something and, could give me some tips, or throw an idea at me. And so, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start. I'll try to make it quick because I know sometimes these videos can be a little bit long. So I won't get into too much detail about what I have back here. I can do separate videos on that, sometime later on. But if we start right here, the very first tree that I have here, that's an M4 mango. And of course, I think it goes without being said, but all these trees are grafted. Okay. So again, starting here with the M4. All right. In between the trees, I have like stuff. I try to plant things that are useful or that you can eat. So I have some longevity spinach, Okinawan, Sisu spinach. Okay. I have Katuk. I recently got my hands on that. It's not that easy to find, I think, at least where I'm at. But I got some Katuk there. Pickering, it's considered to be one of the most dwarfy varieties of trees. And I've seen videos of people that have had them on the ground for 5-6 years, and they do stay pretty dwarfy. Again, Pickering, all right. Over here, all of those are all dwarf Cavendish bananas. Some of them have pups, as you can see. In between that, we got sweet potato, some sweet potato growing on the ground. We have, Okinawan spinach, longevity. Right here, this is a lychee. That's a sweetheart lychee right there. Right here. Yep. In between these two banana trees. That's a sweetheart lychee. It's been there maybe like 2 months. Okay. We keep going. We got some aloe vera back there. Some aloe vera that you can see back there. We got blackberry bush also in the back, doing its thing. I've gotten quite a few blackberries from there already. Same thing, dwarf Cavendish bananas. This right here is a red custard apple. All right. One of my top 3 favorite fruits. I got 2 of those. They were both 3 gallons. When I got that tree along with the sister, it had no leaves on it. No leaves. It was just like a stick. Honestly, I thought it was dead. But as you can see, I've been taking pretty good care of it, watering it, and it's growing its leaves. Over here, we got a soursop or guanabana. I got that from my front door neighbor as a seedling. I got it about a year ago. It was like a quarter of its size. So it's grown a decent amount, but it's a seedling, so who knows how long it'll take me to get fruit out of that thing. Moving on up, purple possum passion fruit. I got my first flower from that tree or that vine a few days ago, actually. So maybe we got fruit coming not too long from now. We have a Julie mango tree. Like I said, I don't want to get into too much detail because I don't want to make the video longer than it needs to be. But that tree, that Julie, it might not stay here. It might not stay in the ground. All right. And I'm going backwards a little bit, but I want to show this Mayor lemon tree. I think it's got like 9 or 10 lemons on it right now. It's looking pretty healthy. As you can see right there. Right there. I have it in a pot. Okay. This tree has been through hell and back. First, I had it in the ground over there by where the M4 is. I had it in the ground there. Took it out of the ground. Put it here where that red custard apple is. Put it there on the ground. And finally decided to put it in a pot. And throughout that whole time, as you can see, it's holding on to fruit. It's got about 10 lemons on it right now. Okay. Saitong mango tree. I think it's Saitong. I've seen it pronounced Siatong, S-I-A. The tag is S-A-I. So Saitong mango tree. That's another mango tree that's got its own little story. I had it in the ground for a couple of months. Have it in a pot now. Okay. So back there, the Julie, the soursop, right? So we're walking this way. Lemon zest. I put that in the ground 2 weeks ago. This is my first mango tree ever, an Alfonso. Listen, man, I had that tree in the ground for like a year, and about 2 weeks ago, I took it out of the ground. I took it out of the ground, put it in that pot that you see there. It lost half of its leaves. Um, it looks healthy, I think, but yeah, it lost like half of its leaves when I did that. And there's a reason why I took it out of the ground, but it was the first mango tree I ever got a year ago when I knew nothing about growing fruit trees. I still don't know anything about growing fruit trees, but I know more now than I did a year ago. So I've decided I don't want the Alfonso uh, in my yard. Okay, Ruby Supreme. I've made videos about this guava tree. It was one of the first. So a year ago, I got 3 fruit trees, right? The Ruby Supreme, the Alfonso, and the Catalina Avocado. I got those 3 trees kind of at random just because I wanted something planted in my yard. This yard had nothing. It didn't, oh, it only had grass. That is it, nothing else. So I wanted to get it started with some fruit trees. So I got those 3, but that was like without doing any research, without knowing anything at all. So that one I'm keeping. I'm keeping that Ruby Supreme in the ground. I love guavas, especially the pink varieties. Got another. This is behind my shed. Another little dwarf Cavendish there. Um, Over here, this is where I have like my experimental garden bed. I have another soursop seedling right there, also from my front door neighbor. I forget. I think these are like plumerias. Maybe these are ornamental. They produce these beautiful flowers. And I think the scent of the flower, you could only smell it at night or something. I think they're native to Hawaii, but my front door neighbor gave me a couple of cuttings, and I've been able to kind of get them looking healthy in the pots. I don't know. Don't quote me. I don't know if they're called plumerias or not. I have a bunch of marital papaya seedlings growing in that pot. I'm waiting until a couple of them look big and healthy enough so I can separate them from the bunch. Here in this corner, we have a Christmas loquat. Okay. Ice cream banana right here. Got some yellow sugarcane cuttings on the ground there. Over here, I don't know if you're going to be able to see them, but we got some of the purple. This is that purple Thai sugarcane, the purple ones. Got some cuttings there. These 2 bananas are Vietnamese. The person I bought them from actually had bananas of that kind at the time, and they gave me one to try. Oh my god, it was so delicious. It was so delicious. The banana, the fruit itself is tiny, like a manzano banana, and super sweet, but the taste, it was super unique. Super unique. I've never tasted a banana like that before. And I realize now, looking at my garden bed, excuse me, I didn't mention anything of what I'm growing there, but just real quick, I have a bunch of stuff. So I have eggplant, I have okra, carrots, tomatoes, peppers, different kinds of peppers, zucchini, squash. I just threw a bunch of stuff in there just to see what happens. I've been able to harvest some bell peppers and some these little sweet peppers in Cuba. We call them ajica chucha. They're really good. Let me just show you because there's some that are good right now. Like this one right here. They're tiny. At least these are. I've seen them get pretty big. Mine are kind of on the smaller side, but man, they are delicious. All right, right here we got a red lady papaya. That thing is struggling like crazy. I don't know if I overwatered it the first like 10 days or so, or the first couple of weeks. I think I overwatered it. It's the only thing I could think of. It is struggling to grow. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I gave it some good soil. I mixed it up with the native soil that was here already. Point is, that thing is every time it brings up a new leaf. I mean, look at it. Look at it. When I brought it, it had giant leaves. Now look at these tiny little leaves. This one is dead. I don't know what's wrong with that little. It's the only tree from all the ones I planted here that is like struggling. All right, so orange sherbet right there, looking nice. Okay. Alfonso, look at me, Alfonso. Catalina avocado. I said Alfonso because the Alfonso used to be right here, like 6 feet. in between the avocado and the Alfonso. Imagine that, 6 feet. No way that was gonna work. This is Orinoco. In Cuba, we call that plátano burro. I don't know why they call it that. It literally translates to donkey banana. I keep forgetting to look that up. I think it's got to do with the leaves, the way new leaves kind of like point up, like a donkey's ears. I don't know, but anyway, Orinoco plantain in Cuba, plátano burro. We got some more sugarcane cuttings there, some shampoo ginger in that corner, and then this is like a good view of this side of the yard. That's my shed where I keep all my stuff, my tools and stuff like that for back here, or my equipment, I should say. And again, guys, this is all like a work in progress. There's so many things I want to do. Like I want to mulch this whole area, like from here to the fence. I want to like mulch it and like put herbs in the bottom of the trees, underneath the trees, some ground cover crops. It's a work in progress, and you know, little by little, I guess. I'm gonna go outside my gate here. This is like the front side of the yard. This is the second custard apple, red custard apple. You can see it right there. And then my last like official fruit tree is the dwarf Hawaiian. Back there, I got some pumpkin that's growing on the floor. Those two are looking pretty healthy. And I guess this one over here too. So that's some pumpkin that I have there. But yeah, guys, so I still have some space. I didn't really show the other side of the house where like the AC is, the AC unit and stuff. There's space there for a couple more trees, I think. I am on septic, so I can't really plant anything like in the front of the house where the drainage field and the septic tank are at. So, which sucks because I have a giant space of just grass in the front. But anyway, that's kind of the little backyard tour. You know, I'm learning. It's a learning game for me. I've been at this for 5 months. It's almost dark. Hopefully, it doesn't affect the quality of the video. About 5 months. You know, I'm in the forums, reading every night, looking at YouTube videos. I'm on Facebook on the different groups. Somebody said I got bit by the fruit tree bug, and that's exactly how I could describe it, because for 5 months now, this has become like a hobby I didn't think I would ever have, a passion I didn't know I had. I love it. I love reading about all this stuff. I love learning about it. I love watching the videos, interacting with people on the forums. And of course, most of all, I just love being back here. So I got this chair right here. So sometimes I'll just sit in my chair right here, and I'll kind of just, you know, I'll just like stare at my trees and in my yard, my baby trees, right? And then same thing, I'll just come out here, I'll just sit, or I'll do something, you know, but I try to come out here every day if I can. If you noticed, we don't have any back door or backyard or back neighbors, back door, backyard. We don't have any neighbors in the back. All right. So it's awesome for privacy. And, you know, it's just nice. It's nice not having any neighbors back there. It gives me some options. That's why I put the lemon zest there. And it's also why I'm planning. I don't have a detailed plan yet, but I am planning on taking that Julie out of there and putting another mango tree there that can grow a little bit more. I don't want any vigorous trees, but maybe something that's like medium compact, because since I don't have neighbors in the back, I can let that tree, the canopy, I can kind of let it grow towards that area a little bit more. Okay. So I don't know which tree I'm going to replace it with, but I'm sure it's coming. Since getting that Julie, I have learned that it's not a great producer. It is not a great overall tree. And so I don't know if I'm going to move it somewhere else or maybe pot it and figure out later what to do with it. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little video. More to come. Any advice will be greatly appreciated. If you guys saw something here that you think doesn't really work too well, or or if I can replace something with another thing. I'm open to anything, guys. I'm learning, and I'm loving this. I'm loving being out here and just doing all of this stuff. So again, I'll appreciate any feedback you guys got, any comments, whatever it is. Otherwise, you guys stay safe. Enjoy your gardens, enjoy your trees, and whatever you're growing. You guys have a good one.